Guys, what the Legion is going on over Azeroth right now? Legion ships have been data mining a new event tied to the upcoming return of the Minari Eredar. What does this mean for the Draenei, and is the Burning Legion returning? For those of you that don't know, in 10.1.7, Draenei are getting a unique new skin that brings up some burning questions. We're finally getting the red skin of the Minari, but how does that change lore with the Minari being introduced into the Alliance? 25,000 years ago, 5,000 years before the Drakthir, and 10,000 even before the Well of Eternity, there were the Draenei, or the Eredar, as they called themselves. The Eredar originated from a planet called Argus, which, not too different from Azeroth, was also home to a slumbering baby titan, also named Argus. The Eredar were a righteous group, not too far off from the current attitude of the Lightforged Draenei, how they're all zealots to the light and are basically oppressing the Mag'har and the alternate Draenor. After 8,000 peaceful years on their homeworld of Argus, the Eredar political leaders, Velen, Archimonde, and Kil'jaeden, were contacted by none other than Sargeras, the Dark Titan, hell-bent on finding an army for his burning crusade. The three leaders are told that, in exchange for their loyalty, they would receive untold power and greatness. Archimonde and Kil'jaeden readily agree and side with Sargeras, while Velen, through a vision gifted by the Naaru, senses the lie and flees Argus with his followers. This is how they became known as the Draenei, which means exiled ones. For the next 13,000 years, the Eredar, now demonically transformed into the most powerful army Sargeras could hope for, went on a burning crusade across the cosmos and destroyed countless, possibly thousands of unknown worlds. Eventually, the Draenei began referring to the Eredar people serving Sargeras as Minari, which meant unnatural one, after their skin turned demonic colors of red and gray, and even some grew wings and other unnatural features, which is essentially the same thing that Gul'dan later does to the orcs of Draenor, turning their skin to a sickly fell green and using them as an army on Sargeras' behalf. Later on, during the events of World of Warcraft Legion, Sargeras is ultimately defeated by the mortal heroes, which just kind of left the ranks of the Minari scattered around Azeroth and the cosmos, or just wherever they were left when the war completed. So keep in mind, the Minari Eredar and the Draenei were once brother and sister. They were all once one people, just like the humans all originated from Arathor and now have several kingdoms. The elves all came from trolls. The Eredar essentially just have two unique societies. One society, the Draenei, have been a small refugee faction of the Eredar people living on Azeroth. The other society, the Minari, are also now refugees, just in probably much larger numbers, and have been a traveling army for thousands of years. But they're essentially just what green orcs are to Mag'har orcs. Fell, tainted people, but still just people. Essentially, what we will see happen in 10.1.7 is a reunion of sorts between these two societies, Minari Eredar and Draenei Eredar, coming together once again to resolve the conflicts of the past, make Azeroth their permanent home, and unite as one Eredar people.